So, boils and ghouls, have I got a bloody good movie to recommend to you? There are a lot of films that come to mind when you think of meta horror. New Nightmare, Scream, but I'm here to tell you all about There's Nothing Out There.
There's nothing out there.
Where's the bedrooms?
It's wild and it's lively. Wild and it's lively. I don't see anything. It's wild nothing.
Oh, Jesus, you scared me. You scared me.
I first stumbled across this movie way back in the day. They used to play it late night, HBO, after midnight. Written and directed by Rolf Kanefsky. Low budget, incredibly charming. It stars Craig Peck, Wendy Bednarz, Mark Culver, Bonnie Powers, John Carhart III, Claudia Flores, and Jeff Dachis. This movie tells the story about college friends going out into the woods to a cabin to just have a good old time.
Now let me get this straight. It's a house in the woods with 4 bedrooms, a pond, and nobody else for miles around.
Sounds great.
But one of them has seen a few too many scary movies.
We just went through a warning. Don't forget, I have rented out every single horror film on videotape, and what we just went through is called a warning stage.
And each time a sign pops up that they're in a scary movie, he tells everybody about it.
Nick, you ever heard of the words foreshadowing?
One word, Mike.
Oh, good, thank you. I'll remember that when I'm getting my face ripped off.
If Randy from Scream had his own movie, this would be it.
Christ, you don't know the rules?
Have an aneurysm, why don't you?
There are certain rules that one must abide by in order to successfully survive a horror movie.
You're right. I'm jumping to conclusions and overreacting. I'm just letting all the horror films I've ever watched get to me. I should overcome my fears right now. Why don't I take a nice stroll down that dirt path into the woods late tonight, all by myself, and then afterwards I can go skinny dipping in the pond.
This is a horror comedy. It mixes slapstick,
You gotta get Nick.
Well, where the hell did he go? Oh!
self-referential humor,
Well, let me tell you something. That creature out there is not reality.
So you're saying we're in a movie?
It's a distinct possibility.
and a big rubber monster. The back of the DVD says, Spring break, 7 teenagers, a secluded mountain cabin, and a dark forest. Sound familiar? Not this time. One of the teens has seen every horror movie known to man, and now he's armed to spot the danger signs of a massacre in the making. A good thing when there's an evil presence in the wood, hungry and ready to mate.
So maybe it wants you for something else.
Like what?
Reproduction?
Oh no, that's sick!
Prepare to chuckle and shudder with the cult horror comedy favorite that's earned coast-to-coast raves from critics and fans. There is most definitely something out there.
There is something out there. Don't listen to me, though. Go right ahead.
There's nothing out there.
Famous last word.
This film was shot in 1989 and not released until 1990. And boy, can you tell. We get the familiar tropes.
In the bedrooms, the bathrooms, or the kitchen!
Where did it come from? There's nothing up here but ceiling. I love how these animals just fall out of nowhere right into your hands. And what do they do? Just hang up there by their claws and wait for people to pass by?
Teenagers heading out into the woods, skinny dipping, drug use, sex. And Mike, played by Craig Peck, can see just what's happening.
Name a horror film. Any horror film. I can think of about 10 right now.
What are you talking about? This place is beautiful.
Oh, yeah, wait till nightfall.
And I'm not saying that Scream ripped this movie off, but it has a lot of similarities.
Ever, under any circumstances, say, I'll be right back. Because you won't be back.
I'm getting another beer. You want one?
Yeah, sure. I'll be right back.
I don't want to get rough. We're going for a swim.
Why don't you put a sign on your chest that says victim?
Scream takes itself a lot more seriously than this film does. And this movie isn't about a slasher, it is about an extraterrestrial, mix between a sperm and a Belial? None of his friends believe him that they're in the middle of a horror movie, until one by one they start to get picked off by the creature. In fact, it gets so meta, a boom mic makes an appearance. On purpose. We do get some fun gore, too. My favorite scenes in the entire movie are anything that involve Mike, because he's just funny as hell.
Oh, God, no.
And he's the only one that can get the rest of his friends out of this, with movie knowledge, wit, and a can full of shaving cream. This is a really fun movie to watch, especially with friends who love horror movies.
I'm gonna go check it out.
Yeah, I'll go with you. Yeah, I'll stay here with the girl.
If you have not seen this film, I highly, highly recommend it. It's streaming on several platforms. I think it's on YouTube for free. Go find this movie and watch it. You won't be disappointed. But like it or not, it'll be a bloody good time.
What is this, peer pressure? Is that what we're talking about now?
If you have seen this movie, let me know, and let me know what you think of it. Or if you go watch it, come back and tell me what you think, because this is a movie that I've not heard a lot of people that I know talk about, and I've loved this movie ever since I saw it way back in the early 90s on HBO. Well, that is gonna do it for this bloody little video. So this is Lindsay signing off. I'll check you later.
There's nothing out there.
Where's the bedrooms?